All right, we got the bike all set up. We had to park pretty far away. It is packed today. I normally don't ride on weekends because it's so packed and it's harder to film. But that's why I'm glad I rode the Polygon T6 on this trail, because once you get up to the trail, it's downhill only. So I'll be able to get a full ride all the way down with no interruptions. And I'll be able to compare the two bikes because I've already ridden the T6 out here. So now we get to ride the Fast Flow to see how it feels compared to the T6. Also, the subscriber who let me use this bike, man, super generous. I can't thank him enough. He said, don't rush. I got to go out of town for about 9 days at the end of this week, but I want to try to get as much content out as I can before I leave so you have something to watch. But he said, take my time. He said I can keep the bike for a while. So that way now I can do some more in-depth comparisons with this versus the dual slalom versus the Polygon 6Q T6. Hopefully I get it in enough shape where I can ride one bike down and then ride another bike down the trail back to back to really get a feel of how much of a difference they are. But we hitting the trail right now. Have to park a mile away because it's packed. It's a park out here called Little Park. So you can park here if the main lot is super packed. So we're gonna head down here and get this show on the road. This thing feels good, I gotta admit. Pedaling up right now, it feels so efficient, if I'm being honest. I'm kind of worried about this front fork. I think you gotta run a little bit higher pressure than you normally would. I think I got it dialed in. One thing that I think is helping this bike climb as good as it can climb are these tires. I think this was a great choice of tire to put on this bike. With the weight of this bike, it kind of offsets how hard it would be to roll. So you still get a good amount of traction, but you still get some good rolling resistance. All right, my initial impressions of this drivetrain was not so good when I first rode this bike in Bentonville, but this actually works really good. I think it's because it's tuned up. I was definitely wrong about this drivetrain, that's for sure. No issues so far, super smooth, very efficient. I don't want to jump the gun at all, but whew, this might be rivaling the Polygon T6 when it comes to climbing. And I do think it might have something to do with less travel, but this thing is a climber for sure. 1x10 is definitely enough gear range for this bike. I don't feel like I'm lacking gears at all. The one weird thing is when you run out of gears on here, this lever, it's like has no pressure in it. I thought I broke it at first, but once you top out on your gears, that lever is just dangling. It's kind of weird. As you saw in the last video, this bike weighs 39 pounds, and that's with the bike set up tubeless. But I have to say, this bike carries this weight very well. You would never be able to tell this bike weighs 39 pounds. This is a section where I usually struggle going up, but I feel like I'm just cruising. I don't know how it's doing it. 39 pounds, are you kidding me? It feels way lighter than what the scale says. It's kind of hard to believe. It makes me want to go back and re-weigh it. Like, hey, no way this bike is 39 pounds. But when you pick it up, you can feel that weight. But when you ride it, you can't feel the weight. See, I got no skin in the game when it comes to Walmart, Polygon, or whatever. They just supply the product, and I tell you about it because I think it's worth telling you about. See, us mountain bikers, we know the game out here. We know how beautiful it is. We know how beneficial it is to your physical and mental health to be out here. We know how fun it is. But you see, the new people, they don't know. And that's what I'm trying to get the new people to know. See, they think you got to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to experience this. And I'm trying to show you don't, because I want you to know the game like we know the game. I'm trying to teach you the secret. You got to get out here and live your life. The more I'm riding this bike, the more I'm realizing this is the real deal. This is a pretty good uphill right here. And I'm gonna climb up this, and it's a good incline. And the fact that this bike is 39 pounds, you wouldn't even believe it's 39 pounds the way it climbs. I just don't know how they pulled this off. If you've ever ridden with me, you know I'm not the best climber. So for me to not be feeling like I'm being tortured right now climbing, that lets you know this thing climbs pretty good. Did you see in my last video, I was talking with the little microphone thing? I had an idea with the little microphone. I want to do a segment at the trailhead or something like that, or even on the trail when people are climbing or something, and interview them and say, how much do you think this bike costs? And cover up the logos and stuff like that. Let me know if you think that would be a great idea. I think that would be an interesting experiment. Just interviewing people, have them look at it, and just ask them, if you had to guess just by looking at it, how much would you say this thing costs? Let's get us a little rock garden action. Ozark Trail, baby, let's go. Can the fast flow go up the right side and through this rock garden? I think it can. And I was stopped. Oh yeah. All right, we're almost to the top. I'm super excited to see what this thing can do. This will be the determining factor if this bike is good or not. We know it can climb. Now can it go downhill? All right, here we go. This is where the real test begins. Okay. Oh, this feels good. I'm kind of taking it easy first, just to feel the bike out. But so far, so good. Suspension feels good. Tires feel good. I mean, just look at this. This is a stock Walmart bike. I don't feel like I'm on any different bike than I would be on any other bike. These brakes are not bedded in, so I definitely, I gotta take it easy. Now the only thing that I would say so far is the chain slap is a little bit more than the Shimano Qs. But like I said, that's just nitpicking. That's just me letting you know the little thing that I have noticed so far, because anything else or everything else is just like any other bike. It feels nimble too. I mean, at this point, I mean, I know we're still on the trail, but unless something drastically happens, this bike is legit. Now, for people saying this is junk, I mean, you're just a hater. You're just a hater at this point. I'm not even gonna lie. Like at this point, you just can't admit when something is good. And this bike is quiet. I mean, you can hear it. Oh, so you heard that chain slap? But other than the chain slap, every now and then, this bike is quiet. I mean, look at that. All stock, come on. The dual slalom, you do have to upgrade some things, but this, you don't have to upgrade nothing. I mean, I put new handlebars on here, but that's just because of where I live. Like, look what I'm riding. You think I'm about to ride some 730 millimeter handlebars on a trail like this? You're crazy. And the handlebars are sloped downward on the outsides of the bars. That's just not safe. All right, I just rode the first part of Rutabaga, and I gotta be honest, because if I'm spending this kind of money on a bike, I would want whoever I'm watching to be telling me the truth. That extra $600 for the Polygon T6 ain't looking worth it. And that's from my opinion, my perspective, riding both of them on the same trails. Now, like I said, a lot of people won't be riding these types of trails. This is Colorado, so I mean, this is where some of the gnarliest trails are. So, I mean, what percentage of people would be riding these? Not a big percentage would be riding these trails on the bikes that I'm mentioning. So you got to keep that in mind. But riding both of these bikes on the same trail, the Polygon 6Q T6, trust me, it's worth the money. But for extra $600 versus what you get with this, yeah, it ain't looking too worth it. Now we got to go down this second half and really finish the ride off. But assuming this bike holds up, the frame just don't snap in half or something, I mean, you're really just deciding between brand name, frame quality, and 20 more millimeters of travel. So in the rear, you got 120 on this one. On the T6, you got 135. And on the front of the T6, you got 140. On this one, it's spec to go 130, but it comes stock 120. So if that extra 10 to 15 millimeters means a lot to you, in my opinion, that's the only thing you're choosing between, 10 to 15 millimeters, because I don't see why this frame wouldn't hold up. Now, I know that might piss a lot of people off, but as the kids say, I'm just keeping it 100. Now let's finish the second half of this trail. Oh, let's go over here. I mean, you seeing it with your own eyes. Tell me what this bike, or tell me what any other bike that I've ridden out here is doing that this bike is not doing. All right, here's the rock garden. Nice. Nice. I mean, you tell me. You seeing the same thing I'm seeing. I'm just calling it how I see it. I need to tighten my GoPro up. I hope it's not too bouncy. Sometimes you just gotta give credit where it's due, whether you like it or not. I don't even want to talk about the bike no more while I ride it. It's that unbelievable, because I don't want to sound like I'm just being I'm over exaggerating, because I'm not. I really don't know how the hell they did it at $898. I'm kind of speechless, if I'm being honest. You gotta ride it for yourself. Riding this versus anything else you can get at this price point, I mean, it's just not even comparable. I can't compare anything at this price point to this bike. Not even the specs, but the ride quality. Anything you buy brand new for $898, it's not even gonna come close to this. This thing is nimble. I don't care what nobody say now. I don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it. I'm speechless myself. Until you ride this bike, I don't want to hear it. This is the bike that anybody looking to get into the sport that wants a full suspension should buy. And I'm going out on a limb to say it. I think the T6 is a nice second bike. I don't really think that's a beginner bike because of the price. This is a beginner bike that over exceeds the price. And I wouldn't even say it's a beginner bike. I would say it's a beginner bike just because of the price and because it's a Walmart bike, but this could easily be an intermediate bike, a second bike. I mean, I really just don't know what to say at this point. This is crazy, man. It's so good, it's kind of scary. As we enjoy some beautiful scenery on the way back to the car, this is the best bike money can buy. I don't want to hear it. I literally don't want to hear it. I refuse to listen. I really don't want to hear it. Can't nobody change my mind about this bike unless it explodes, and unless something nefarious is going on about this bike or it snaps in half. I don't want to hear it. I really don't. I would literally ride this bike every day just like it is. I would not upgrade a thing on it. I would ride it stock, just like this, every day. I'm like, I can't even stop smiling right now because I'm so happy that people can get something like this at a reasonable price. Now, newbies will think $1,000 is a lot, but we know that that's nothing if you're getting a quality bike. That was incredible. I feel good. I feel good knowing that this lives up to the expectations that I set for it. Oh man, I just don't know what to say. This is ridiculous. Like, I know a lot of y'all think I'm shilling, or man, get out of here with that. I'm just being all the way real. Get out of here with that. You just saw with your own eyes. Come on. I guess that's all I got for this video. Let me know down in the comments what you think. I might have to buy this from the subscriber. I'm like, hey, let me buy this bike from you. That's how much I like this bike. Let me buy this from you and we call it good.